Hello, and welcome to the Conversational Hour with Priscilla. I am Priscilla, and I am a conversational English coach. I hope that you will enjoy this lesson. The economy is tough, as much as I enjoyed putting it together for us to explore as we work on building vocabulary, comprehension, and conversational English skills. The key to successful speaking is lots of practice. This is what I hope to provide for you with each of my sessions, is opportunities for you to pose questions, maybe ask questions that may seem somewhat debatable, but with every comment that comes from your mouth, I want you to feel confident and comfortable expressing yourself. It is until you start doing so, you will be able to speak confidently in almost any occasion. So let's get started. And thank you for joining Priscilla as your conversational coach in speaking English. Hello, Mikkel. It's good to see you. I hope
He-
all is well.
Hello,
It's
Priscilla.
hello, Mikkel. It's great to see you. It's great to see you.
The same.
All right, let's go ahead and get started, Mikkel. I'd like for you to start reading right where you see on the screen. The economy is tough, idioms and expression story. If you just start reading exactly what you see, if I didn't take it away, I think I just took it away. I'll bring it right back. If you could start reading for me exactly what you see. All right.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, you may start.
The economy is tough. Idiom and expression story. I don't know if you had any face time with your sorry.
Continue.
Okay, with your average person. If so, you know how difficult it has been for money after the economy took a nosedive. A nosedive. It seemed that it seems that no matter how much number crunching our government does, the budget squeeze basically means that life will continue to be difficult for many people. I wish it were easy to find someone to blame for the economy going down to drain. I am afraid the simple truth is that many sorry, in power have done a slow job on most average people. Those who are older and surprised that people in power always find a way to screw the population over.
Continue.
For many younger people, the current sticker shock they receive anytime they buy food in quite the surprise. That isn't the first time, and it won't be the last. The economy turns for the worse and people get the shock. Some people even end up on a Skid Row. Those in charge, those in charge somehow manage to whistle out of their promises. They continue to live in the lap of luxury, while your average person does his or her best to hand touch. Then 10 years later a newspaper pretends to blow the light off. The story about how those in charge didn't do the right thing is always a sob story. However, anyone who's seen this before, get ready to the next time.
Okay. Very nice.
Okay?
Very nicely read. Hello, Vincenzo. It's good to see
Yeah.
you here as well.
Yes, yes. The second part, the part,
Okay.
just a bit
And
of the first part and the second part. Yes.
well, no, this is a different story this time.
Yeah.
It's a
About
different
economy.
story.
Yeah. About
Okay.
economy.
Yeah. This one is about the economy. Uni, it's nice to hear you or see you. So what I'd like to ask Vincenzo, if you would read the entire story for me, and then Uni will read as well.
Yeah. You know, a lot of words, very strange. Yes, or a way of saying, or idioms. I don't know. But
Well, today the lesson is full of idioms.
yes, yes. Okay. Where, where I can start?
Start here. I don't know.
Ah, I don't know if you have had any FaceTime with your average person. If so, you know how difficult it is. It has been for many after the economy took a nosedive. It seems that no matter how much number crunching our government does, the budget squeeze basically means that life will continue to be difficult for many people. I wish it were easy to find someone to blame for the economy going down the drain. I'm okay. I'm afraid The simple truth is that many in power have done a snow job on most average people. Those who are older aren't surprised that people in power always find a way to the population over. Screw the population over. It's no job. No, no, no. Okay.
For many, you hear, for many young people,
Yeah. For many younger people, the current sticker shock they receive anytime they buy food is quite the surprise. This isn't their first time, and it won't be the last. The economy turns for the worse, and people get the sack. Some people even end up on Skid Row. Those in charge somehow manage to weasel out of their promises. Uh, they continue to live in the lap of luxury, while your average person does his or her best to hang tough. Then, 10 years later, a newspaper pretends to blow the lid off the story about how those in charge didn't do the right thing. It's always a sub story. However, anyone who sees this before gets ready for the next time.
okay,
No.
very nice. And can we ask, let's see, what was the name? Yunji, would you read for us, please? I don't know if you have had.
Okay. I don't know if you have any FaceTime with your average person. Oops, sorry. If so, know how difficult it has been for many after the economy took a nosedive. I don't know how to pronounce.
That's correct.
Okay. It seems that no matter how much number crunching our government does, the budget squeeze basically means that life will continue to be difficult for many people. I wish it were easy to find someone to blame for the economy going down the drain. I'm afraid the simple truth is that many in power have done a snow job on most average people. Those who were older aren't surprised that people in power always find a way to screw the population over. Okay, do I continue or not? Priscilla,
Yes, yes. Now
is
you
it
will
okay?
read. Yes, you will start. I had my microphone muted so I wouldn't disturb you. Now you will continue to read for many young people.
Okay. For many younger people, the current sticker shock they receive anytime they buy food is quite a surprise. This isn't the first time, and it won't be the last. The economy turns for the worse and people get sick. Some people even end up on Skid Row. Those in charge somehow manage to weasel out of their promises. They continue to live in the lap of luxury, while your average person does his or her best to hang though. Then 10 years later, a newspaper pretends to blow the lid off best to hang. Oh, sorry. The story about how those in charge didn't do the right things. It's always a sub-story, however, anyone who's seen this before gets ready for the next time.
Okay, very nicely read. Thank you.
You're
Now
welcome.
what we're going to do is take a look at how to interpret this article as we develop our conversational skills. Let's see. And remember that we are all here in this lesson at different levels, and your answer and response might be different based upon where you are. So I'm going to give each of you a number so that you can remember it as we go forward. Mikhail, you're number 1. Vincenzo, you're number 2. And Yunji, you will be number 3. In the event other people come in, we will assign them numbers as well. So let's take a look first at FaceTime. We can look at this word individually and see that FaceTime is 2 different words, 2 separate words, and we could look at it literally and come up with a meaning. But I want to ask first if anyone of the 3 of you would like to summarize this article for me before we get started. Or everyone. Why don't everyone try to summarize this article, and we'll just do it this way. Yoonji, would you summarize the article first? You're going to summarize this article. Summarize what you... Okay.
Actually, I didn't understand well, so can I do next time?
Okay. Vincenzo, would you like to try?
What is?
I want you to summarize what you just read.
I didn't understand.
Okay. What about you, Mikhail? And it's perfectly fine. Mikhail, would you like to summarize it?
The first paragraph or the second?
Either.
Well, in the first paragraph, I think I don't understand, but the main explain in this moment I suppose the principal matter is many people had difficulties to go ahead with your economy or with the when or in his jobs. I don't can explain good this paragraph because I don't understand exactly the meaning of this.
Yes.
Okay. That's
Yes,
okay.
I think generally the teacher is an article against the people in power. Yes, because they are managing politics in a certain way, and but it's always for rich people. I think not for the poor one. Yes, they are always in difficulties. No, I think that could be the meaning of this story. The economic works for people, wealthy people, but not for poor people.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I'm not very sure. Yes, teacher, because there are a lot of idioms. Yes.
Okay, because we're going to discuss it, and I'm going to ask you some basic questions, and those basic questions are going to come now. And as we answer these questions, if you need to look at the exact response that I'm giving you, that is perfectly fine. You can use the responses that I'm going to prepare for you, for the first 3 anyway. And here they are now. Control V. All right, so we're going to look at this. The first thing that we're going to talk about is space time. Let's see who joined us just now. It looks like we've got Hannah. Hannah, I'm going to quickly, before we start, I'll ask Hannah to read. And Hannah, you'll be number 4. You'll know what that means a little bit later on. I want you to start reading here, Hannah. I don't know if you'll unmute your microphone and read the entire article until you get to time. That's where you'll start next time. Okay, could you start reading for us? We all will have our microphones muted while you're reading.
Yeah, but mm, I need to read from what? Oh,
I
because
want you to start here. I don't know.
okay, because I don't have this file and I just can see what you show me. I
Oh,
mean,
you don't see it on screen?
right now, yes.
Okay, that's what I want you to read. I want you
Okay,
to read until you get to next time.
okay, I will.
Okay,
I,
you may begin.
okay. I don't know if you have had any FaceTime with your average person. If so, you know how difficult has been for many after the economy took a nosedive. It seems that no matter how much number crunching our government does, the budget squeeze basically means that life will continue to be difficult for many people. I wish it were easy to find someone to blame for the economy going down the drain. I'm afraid the simple truth is that many in power have done a snow job on most average people. Those who are older aren't surprised that people in power always find a way to screw the population over. For many younger people, the current sticker shock they receive anytime they buy food is quite the surprise. This isn't the first time, and it won't be the last. The economy turns for the worse, and people get the sack. Some people even end up on skid row. Those in charge somehow manage to weasel out of their promises. They continue to live in the lap of luxury. While your average person does his or her best to hang touch, then 10 years later a newspaper pretends to blow the lid off the story about how those in charge didn't do the right thing. It's always a sob story. However, anyone who has seen this before gets ready for the next time.
Okay, very nicely done. Now what we're going to do is take a look at these idioms and try to make some meaning out of them. We're going to look at the idioms. And where's my page? I can close that one, stop that one, and pull this one up. All right, so when we look at what is space-time, you can look at the answer that I have given, or you can provide me with an answer of space-time. Hannah, I know that you just read, but what do you think space-time is? Hannah?
I'm thinking because
Or you can read the answer that I've given you here.
Okay. What is FaceTime? FaceTime is speaking with someone while looking at their face.
Okay. So do you have a cell phone, Hannah?
Yeah?
Do you have the ability to look at someone's picture while you're talking with them on your cell phone?
Could you repeat because I cannot understand?
Okay, the question is, Hannah,
Yeah?
do you have the ability
No, I don't have. No, I don't have.
Okay. Okay, Hannah,
Yeah?
if be able to see my face. Okay? Did you know
Uh-huh.
that did you know that that too is called FaceTime?
Mm,
Yes, it is.
mhm.
Hannah, do you have a brother or a sister or mother or father that you can speak with um, and stand in front of them?
Stand in front of them, yes?
Okay, good. If you can see their face when you're talking to them, that is considered FaceTime also.
Aha, okay, okay, and I got it. Oh,
Okay, great. So, what is FaceTime, Hannah?
FaceTime when it is when we speaking with someone. We are speaking with someone and can see their face.
Very good. Very good.
His
Mikkel, what is FaceTime?
Yes, FaceTime is when you are speaking with someone while you looking their face.
Good. And Vincenzo, what is FaceTime? Mikkel, Vincenzo, unmute your microphone. Unmute your microphone, please. Vincenzo, unmute your microphone.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, FaceTime is when you are spending your time with the computer, in the internet, talking to someone, and face to face.
Okay,
Okay.
good. But I want you
Something
to
like
know, Vincenzo, it doesn't have to be on the computer. It could be someone in your house. It could,
cool.
so you just need to be able to see their face and they're talking with you and you're
Ah,
talking with them in real time.
real time. It's not only by computer.
No, it is not.
Ah, okay.
So
All
what
right.
is FaceTime?
FaceTime
What?
when you are talking to another people. Yes, face to face.
Great, very good. Yunji, what is FaceTime?
FaceTime is when you speaking with someone and really want to see their face.
Mm-hmm.
So and you just only turn on the FaceTime buttons and you can see your friend's face and talking also.
Okay,
So
but I want you
yeah.
to remember that FaceTime does not mean turning something on. It could include turning something on, but it is not just looking at someone through technology. You could be
Uh,
talking to your mother face to face. You could
oh,
talk to your
so
baby face to face, and it'd be
mhm,
FaceTime. You could talk to
yes.
your friends. So anytime someone is looking at you face to face, you're having FaceTime. At this very moment, Vincenzo and I have FaceTime. Vincenzo, why is it that you and I are the only one that has FaceTime?
Why?
Hmm.
Because we are looking at each other face to face.
Yes, we are looking at each other face to face. Whereas, as with Hannah, I only see a picture of a female that it could be her, but it could be someone else. Mikkel has just an image. I forget what we call those, a silhouette. So I'm definitely not talking to Mikkel face to face, nor am I talking with Yoonji face to face because I only see a silhouette of Yoonji. So there's a silhouette of Yoonji, a silhouette of Mikkel, and a picture of Hannah. But for Vincenzo, I'm talking to him face to face. Hannah, you are not talking face to face with Vincenzo because Vincenzo cannot see your face. Mikhail, you are not talking face to face with Vincenzo because he cannot see your face. And Yunji, you are not talking face to face with Vincenzo because he can't see your face. Priscilla, which is me, and Vincenzo are talking face to face. So we can say, "Hey, Vincenzo,"
I feel
and he waves, and so we can see each other face to face. So technology has made it possible for this to happen. So when we talk about face-to-face, this is a phrase that we now can comfortably use and know how to use
Yes.
what is space-time. All right? So
Yes,
now
and
let's take a look at
and
the
also
next.
people that can't travel, cannot travel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we want to look at the word nose dive. We want to look at the word nose dive. What does it mean when the economy takes a nose dive, Vincenzo?
Nose
What
dive.
does it mean when the economy takes a nosedive? You can either look at the
Uh,
answer that I have given, or you can come up with an answer of your own. Look at the answer.
when the economy is going worse,
Very good. When the economy is doing worse.
doing
When the
worse.
economy is not doing so well.
Yeah.
Okay? That means that the economy is taking a nosedive. So when we take a nosedive, we know that the word dive, we know that the word dive itself
Yes, but
means to go down, to go
yes,
downward.
but this depends from the point of view, teacher.
Well, in
There's
the point,
some rich people, the economy is going well. Yeah.
yeah, but we're looking at the word now. We're
Yes.
looking at the word though. The word nosedive, no matter what your monetary status is, it doesn't change the definition of the word nosedive.
Yeah.
The word nosedive means that the economy is not doing so well and the economy is going down. People will benefit from a nosedive. Many people who are wealthy will benefit,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it does not change the meaning of the word that the economy is going down.
In general, yes. Global.
Mhm.
Globally.
Well, it could be global, it could be local. It could also be in your home. It could be in
Yeah.
your immediate family. If your husband or your wife lose her job or his job,
Yeah.
your household budget takes a nosedive.
Mm.
So what does it mean when the economy takes a nosedive? Yoonji, what does it mean when the economy takes a nosedive? You can use the definition that I have provided, or you can provide your own. What does it mean?
Nosedives means, for example, the worth of money going down, or some things are collapse. For example, in a company collapse in one time, like about 5 to 4. I don't know. I guess in the U.S. there's a lot of huge collapse, and it comes a really big trouble in the United States, and I think at that case, economic nosedive.
Very good.
Can
That
be the
is
word.
correct. That would be correct. Okay. Mikkel, what does nosedive mean? You can use the definition that I have provided, or you can provide your own.
Yes, I read because it's the very for to express is when the economy is not doing well. The economy is going down. I think in this moment or times ago, the economy is not dying because in a lot of countries it's not it's not it's not doing well. It's no good.
Okay, so that means that there's a nosedive. Hannah, what does nosedive mean to you?
For example, I don't know. I will give one example. My after this situation, my economical after this case, for example, my economical situations go nosedive. Can I say like this?
You can say it like that, but I'm not sure if I understood what you mean. Tell me again what you mean by nosedive with your example. Tell me one more time.
Okay, nosedive for me it means that economical For example, exists some country, and in this country, economical not doing well.
Good. It means that the economy is not doing well. Very good. That's exactly what it means. All right, Vincenzo, you can
Yeah.
either look at my answer or you can come up with your own. I want to know, what does the budget squeeze mean in a poor economy? What
Budget.
does the word budget squeeze mean in a poor economy? Budget squeeze, what does it mean?
Budget squeeze. I don't know. Budget squeeze. I don't know what is it. Budget squeeze. Perhaps there is uh, you there is a lot budget squeeze, an inflation, lot of
Mhm.
inflation, or something like this. It's there is no possibility to spend much money. They're difficult because the prices are very high. In this
Mhm.
way, you can afford some things because the prices are very high.
Okay.
Yes, I
That's a
think.
good, that would be a good answer.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Mikkel, what does budget squeeze mean? You can use my answer or you can give me your own.
Yes, I budget squid I don't see before. In this case, when the people lost, I don't know in English, poder, in Spanish, poder adquisitivo, because the price high and the salaries is not high. I
Okay.
don't know the word to
Okay.
explain.
Then Mikkel, you can use the definition that I have provided for you. You
Yes,
can use use that definition if you like.
yes, in this case, the definition is the value of the dollar has depressed, and the government is trying to get more from a single dollar. The
Okay.
highest one, tell me.
Good. Now I want you to tell me that answer, but try not to sound as if you're reading it. Try to know it without reading it. Try to give me that answer without reading it.
The answer was I reading,
Yes, tell me the answer without looking at the screen.
but I don't understand the question. I
Okay, what?
read,
I don't, yes, you can read it, but I don't want you to sound as if you're reading it. I just want you to read it, then close your eyes and tell me the answer. Okay?
okay. I read another time. Okay, the budget squid means that many people will suffer with a little less money. The
Great,
value, okay.
great, very good. And Yunji, can you tell me what budget squeeze means?
Um, I think the squeeze means when government's budget is running out for miscontrol or anything else, so they need to cut their budgets, squeeze out their budget,
Hmm.
so they can revival or they can use the budgets profitably. I don't know the specific word, but
Okay, then use it.
proficiently.
Then use the definition. Use the answer that I have provided.
Okay. The budget squeeze means that many people will suffer with a little less money. The value of the dollar has depreciated, and the government is trying to get more from a single dollar.
Okay, now
So,
try to
yes.
tell me that answer without reading it.
Okay. Um, um, Actually, really hard to understand that the single dollar.
Okay, well
Uh,
then just
I
maybe I
really
could just say $1. I could I could say from $1,
a dollar.
or I could say from
Mhm.
from money. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Mm, um.
Well, trying to get more
Yes.
for. Now it becomes for the money. Get more for the money. So you could say that the budget squeeze means that people will have to do with a lot less, and the government tries to make their money go farther. They try to buy as much as they can for as little as they can.
Does that meaning is to upwriting the value of the money?
That's
Or
correct. For example,
mhm.
Reduce expenses.
yesterday I could purchase
Hmm.
a car $1,000. Today, this means budget means okay. Does that make sense?
Yes, with the same salary, teacher.
Yeah, and my salary did not increase.
Yes, your salary is not increased. Hmm. It's always the same.
Yeah, my
As
salary did not increase. Okay, do you understand now, Ninji?
Yes.
Yunji, I mean. All right, good. Now what we're going to do is take a look at, maybe we can just do the ones we went over, which would be FaceTime, Nosedive, and Budget Squeeze. Or you can try some of the others. Here's the scenario. I have, well, it wouldn't be I, it's going to be you, whoever is involved. You just lost your job on the job. Is go THROU. So now we're going to have student A and student B. Student B is going to be Vincenzo,
Yeah.
and student A will be Mikkel. Okay, so I want you two to engage in a short conversation about the economy. Try to use the words that we've talked about. FaceTime. All right, you may start.
Hmm.
Mikkel and Vincenzo.
Um, yes. Michael, how are you?
Hello, Vincenzo. Nice to see you.
Yes. Nice to see you too. Yes.
This would be a great time to use the word FaceTime.
Yes, it's time to have FaceTime together because you know our economy is not going very well. It took a nosedive, you know.
Nosedive. Nosedive.
Nosedive. What do you think about Michael?
Well, I agree with you, Vincenzo. The economy is not dive, and we need to adjust our budget squeeze.
To squeeze our budget squeeze. Yes, but what do you think to squeeze about?
What do you think? Can you repeat, Vincenzo? I hear well.
Yes, we have to squeeze something. What do you think about?
Well, I think when the economy is good, we can the possibility to spend more money. But if the situation is not very good, we have on our economy is an die. We need to adjust our budget.
Yes, perhaps we can reduce the cost of the material. Material. What do you think?
And
Well,
I want to hear you all use these words, and I'm just putting down every time I hear you use the word FaceTime, nosedive, and budget squeeze. I want you to use these words in your conversation.
Yeah. I already used this word.
I know, but I want to see how many times you can use them. Continue to use them.
I think a good budget squeeze is to reduce the cost of material that in our industry, and that's the best way to have a budget squeeze.
yes, I support for the company need to budget squeeze to try to increase your salaries.
You have two other words that you are not using: FaceTime and nosedive. You've used budget squeeze 5 times, but you need to focus on these words as well, okay? Continue.
But we have to repeat another time, teacher. So we could have could meet together in order to have another FaceTime, because we must know much about this economy nosedive.
Sorry, Vincenzo, can you repeat, please?
we, we, we should have another FaceTime because we have to go deeper in the economy nosedive. I think it's better. And we have lost a lot of time about this. We must make a list of the reducing expenses.
Okay, we'll stop there for you guys. We'll
Yes.
see if Hannah and Yunji will do.
Yeah.
Okay, Hannah will be A, and right, and Yunji will be student B. Okay, I want to see how many times you can use these words. We're looking at nosedive, FaceTime, and budget squeeze. All right, whenever you're ready, you may start.
Oh, there's no Hannah in here.
Oh, what happened to her? Okay, Yunji, it will be you and I. Okay, I will
Okay.
do it. Okay. Hello, Yunji. How are you today?
Hello, it's good.
I wish
How
we
are
could spend.
you?
I'm great. I wish we could spend some FaceTime together.
Right, I hope so. Someday we will meet and FaceTime talk. I hope
Great.
so.
Great. You know, with the way that the economy is going and the budget squeeze and everything, I may have to give up my own cell phone to save on expenses.
Right, the price is getting more high, so I need to cut down my budgets and squeeze down. And
So
you know,
so you mean that you would have to face a budget squeeze also?
right, also, and nowadays the prices were going down, and my stock price took a nosedive nowadays, so I feel really sick.
Wow. I hope that does not happen to my stock. I have a little stock, and if it takes a nosedive and I am retired, I'm going to be in really bad shape. I think I might have to have some FaceTime with my accountant so that he will really know that I'm serious about not losing very
Mhm.
much money.
Oh, yeah. I really need to see my counselor with a FaceTime too, and I need to counseling about my budgets and um, how to um, how to deal about budget squeeze problem.
Hmm. Well, here in the States, we have a lot of things that we have to contend with the wars, the budget squeeze on saving money to fight wars, to protect the people. The budget squeeze is no joke. It is something that's very serious, something needed deeply. And of course, I want to get more budget squeezes than the guys did. So I think that we're doing a great job with our budget squeeze. What do you think of our use of the word budget squeeze? Yunji, do you think we're doing good job with the budget squeeze?
Oh, not much. I really want to buy everything like clothes and accessories, but the
Hmm.
price is going down, so I don't know how to do how to deal with it. My company also squeeze because about the prices statements,
Hmm.
and my company always said that their profits taking a nosedive nowadays. So
Wow,
we need to cutting down. Yes,
your company is taking a nosedive. Well, when
yes,
companies take nosedives, pretty soon we'll find that people will be laid off just because of that nosedive.
right.
I think
Yeah,
that
everybody takes
nosedives.
profit. Yes.
Vincenzo, Vincenzo, I see the expression on your face, like, what is she doing putting all those there? Well,
Mm.
as you can see, the ladies have won again with our numbers. We have more numbers than the gentlemen. And this also takes
Something like schizophrenic, no?
this
Yes,
this also
what is not die? I am not die. Where is
this
not die? What
no
could be a lot
I
of not die here?
yeah. Well, this takes us. This takes us
I
to
put everything in my sentence.
right. This takes us to the top of the hour. Thank you very much, everyone, for participating in this activity. Mikkel, we are at the hour where we take time to have the final word. Please take a moment, reflect on what we did today, and give me your thoughts for today.
It's a pleasure for me, Priscilla.
Hmm. Okay, thank you, Mikkel. And I will say that from the sessions that I've had with you earlier, I am telling you honestly that you are improving already. I hope that you can feel the difference and the confidence that you're exuding when you're speaking. Can you feel the difference in the way that you're speaking now than when you started to speak with me for that very first class? Do you feel that you're speaking much more confidently, Mikhail, than you were when you first met me in that first class?
Yes, for me, I thinking, for example, no, because you learn five, in this case, five words, and you practice this word
Mm-hmm.
10 minutes speaking, and it's very important because this word is difficult. It's difficult to forget. When
Yes.
you read one time and no practice, probably you you forget for another time.
Well,
It's important.
that is the benefit of practice and coming to the coaching session. I want to tell you again that as a coach and what a coach does, whether it's swimming, track, racing, or dancing, a coach will teach you the strategy for you to practice. The goal is not to learn 500 different things, but maybe to learn five things perfectly. Once you learn those five things, we can add more to it. Then, as you build momentum, you will find that you're learning even faster and better and much deeper than you were if you had learned or had been exposed to 500 different things at one time. So, thank you for your feedback and thank you for your participation. We'll now hear from Yunji. Yunji, could you give us your final word for today?
Yeah, actually, I totally understood what you're saying and what you're meaning. And first time, it's really hard to read a sentence, and I don't know the idioms. I'm really weak at that. but I feel really great about having this difficult sentence to be completed at this time, but a short time. But I really learned a lot,
Great.
and yeah, I feel really great about that.
Okay, well,
And
thank you very much. Thank you very
yeah,
much
I
for
want
joining us, Yunji.
yeah,
Today you have three idioms: FaceTime, budget
yes,
squeeze,
yeah,
and what was the other one? I forgot, and I have forgotten it already. Uh,
nosedive.
uh,
Not right.
Nosedive. So now
Yeah.
you have three, and the
Mhm.
more you use them, you will actually find that you're hearing them more often once you start to use them, and you'll start
Yeah.
build and build and build. A good example of what I'm talking about, when I first got my blue Honda Civic,
Mhm.
they said that there were, I think it's a limited edition, and they only made 442 of them, something like that. In my state, now that I have one of those 442, the other 441 must be in Charlotte, because every time I leave, I see a Honda Civic that looks like mine. And I'm saying, surely they made more than 442 if I'm constantly seeing mines. And I say this to say that once you learn something, once you are exposed to something, you will see it more often because you're recognizing, I recognize that. I didn't forget it. I remember it, and I'm remembering more things and more things as time goes on. So if you continue to follow me, join my classes, watch the tutorials, watch the videos, I hope and trust that you will learn a great deal. And finally, Vincenzo, I always like hearing your
Yes,
comments. You are
yes.
such an encourager.
This lesson
Mhm.
put me in some difficulties because of the
Aw.
idiom, because the idioms. But yes, but I appreciate the fact that you repeat a lot. No, so there's something about repeating. I think it's a good idea in order to also when you are speaking, when I am speaking, not to repeat in a different way in order to find the best way to say one thing. No.
Mhm.
Yes, I was think about this fact that it's a good idea. Yes, you have shown us this way, repeating the same idea in different way. You know, when you have repeated a lot of lot of
for
times the same
for
word.
for example, when I
Yes,
say I want you
yes,
to explain something and I'm not quite getting it, and I said, well, you can use my example if you like.
yes. Could
But
be a way to cheat someone, but
yes,
no, it's not.
but Vincenzo, it
Not
really
so.
is like it's like a parent talking to a child. When a parent is telling the child will say, "But mom, I want that apple
Yeah.
on the refrigerator." And the mother will say, "You cannot have that apple on the refrigerator, but you can have this apple. I'll give you something else," hoping that that will appease you and will satisfy you. And the reason you can't have the apple on the refrigerator is that it is a glass apple. It is not an apple that you can eat. It doesn't work.
Yes.
So, in some way, I'm saying that the answer that you're giving isn't quite the answer that sounds like I'm understanding you. So, let me give you something that is useful, which will be the example that I have presented for you. But either way, it is my pleasure to
Yes.
serve and help each of you become better at communicating in English.
Yes.
So,
But
Miguel,
you know,
thank you. Thank you
yes.
for your attention and your attendance. Vincenzo, I'm always delighted to have you in my class. And
Yes.
Yunji, it was my pleasure to meet you today, and I hope
Yes.
that you will
I have to
join
say
me
it's
and
always a
follow
good
me.
way to improve our speaking, our talking. Yes, always.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All
Thank you
right,
so much.
guys. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye for now.
Okay,
Bye.
bye
Thank you. Bye
bye.
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 Bye. See you.